You may be surprised to learn that you could walk into a new car dealership back in 1973 and buy a brand new car that had a new 446-pack engine under the hood, and the car was not a Dodge or a Plymouth. How is that possible? Let's go find out. Many of you probably already know that mass production of the 446-pack cars ended in 1971. Although Chrysler did plan to continue six-pack production into 1972, as shown in their 72 Charger and Satellite sales brochures as an option for the Charger Rally and the Roadrunner. Only a handful of them made it out of the factory before the executives realized there's no way the 385 horsepower engine was going to pass emissions. Refusing to detune the iconic engine, same as they did with the Hemi, the six-pack production was scrapped. So how was it possible to buy one later in 72 and in 1973? Well, that answer takes us across the ocean to Jensen Motors, a British car manufacturer with its primary factory located in England. Jensen Motors produced cars from 1922 to 1976, and in the late 60s they were producing their version of a muscle car, the Jensen Interceptor, and it was equipped with Chrysler's 383 high-performance 4-barrel engines. Jensen was happy with the 383s, but in 1971 Chrysler decreased their compression and the horsepower was decreased from 335 to 300. By the way, they have a museum and website which provided the pictures, and you can find them at jensenmuseum.org. Go check it out. Jensen wasn't happy about this, and they were getting ready to introduce a new model but wanted tire smoking horsepower. They flirted with the idea of using the 426 Street Hemi and even installed one a few years earlier in one of their prototypes. But let's find out why they chose the six-pack over the Hemi. Jensen contacted their Chrysler rep in the US and mentioned they were looking for some sort of performance engine. The rep mentioned that Chrysler had a small batch of 446-pack engines laying around, which they wouldn't be using anymore. Within days, an agreement was reached, and Jensen Motors acquired the remaining batch of six-pack engines, which totaled a little over 200. But they were about to discover that the six-pack engine would develop problems in their car that didn't exist in the Chrysler cars. They decided to put the new six-packs into an Interceptor model they would call SP, the SP standing for six-pack. The initial production of cars was rushed, and the new model with the 446-pack was displayed at the September 1971 Motor Show in London. The new Jensen SP was priced at £6,976 and was sold from the end of 71 to 1973. The six-packs were paired to a 727 Torqueflite automatic. Some modifications were made, like the accessories. They painted over the orange Chrysler paint with black because that was their typical engine color. Jensen valve covers replaced Chrysler's metal orange ones. They left the six-pack air cleaner hood orange, but they soon discovered a hood clearance issue and came up with a way to indent the center of the six-pack air cleaner lid to provide the necessary hood clearance. They were able to do this without damaging the lid's orange paint. British and Australian magazines road tested the car, and one achieved a high speed of 151 miles per hour. But the honeymoon with the new car and engine didn't last long. The small and cramped engine compartment created heat issues, which aggravated the tune and proper performance of the carburetors. They also discovered some of the carburetor parts were warping. Many SP owners who didn't have mechanical knowledge found it difficult to keep the three carburetors running correctly and experienced many issues. To make matters worse, many of the Jensen dealerships didn't have mechanics trained properly to service and tune the six-pack engine. The heat generated under the hood was so bad, Jensen discovered it was causing the rubber hoses to emit a vapor which would stain the hood louvers on the white-colored cars. It's estimated that about 25% of the SP cars were converted to 4 barrels to remedy the situation. If you're wondering how many were produced, there was a total of 232 SP cars built. About 216 of them were sold in the UK and were right-hand drive. The remaining sales were split between Switzerland, Australia, West Germany, Netherlands, New Zealand, and Spain. At least 130 of the SP cars still exist today, so what are they worth? They routinely go up for sale overseas. Let's find out how they may compare in value to, say, a rare six-pack Challenger. In the past 3 years, the price ranges anywhere from $30,000 up to $69,000, depending on their condition. Far less than a Chrysler car would go for. I hope you enjoyed a piece of 446-pack history you may not have been aware of. And even though the engine was retired in '71 here in the US, it's nice to know that some of them went on a few more years, even though it wasn't in a Chrysler body. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.